Good evening and welcome to the Golden Hour. Hashtag Gumnanzik Baseka. It is good to be home. Happy Tuesday, everyone. We welcome you. And of course, thank you so much for tuning in on Eswatini TV, guys. And of course, it is a Health Tuesday today on the show, and that means that we're touching on all things health, right? Today in particular, donate ingadi, right? And the theme for 2025 is give blood, or donate blood rather, give hope, together we save lives. So we want to learn more about the importance of being able to donate blood. And of course, we know that, through the Ministry of Health, they've done a lot of exceptional work in terms of educating Eswatini on the importance of donating and just how far people are actually able to lead normal lives. Right? And of course, today we have a testimonial again from someone who was able to receive blood. So today we'll be talking about all of that. And of course, we're so thankful to World Health Organization for being able to collaborate with the Golden Hour yet again to educate Eswatini so that you guys learn more on the Golden Hour. And of course, today I'm not alone on the show. My beautiful co-host is here today. How are you doing, Nokpila?
I'm fantastic, Tilu. I'm trying to remember the last time I donated blood. I can't even remember, but I have my reasons why. I have my reasons why.
What are your reasons? You also need blood.
Really personal things, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. But then I'll talk about that with our guest today.
Yes.
Siyabonga kakhulu WHO Eswatini for that, bringing, experts on the show, so that we ask all the questions that are boggling our minds,
yes.
That are concerning us, ngathi ukuthi lo muntu atibuta ukuthi njalo sahlale sikhuluma nge-blood donation, sinakuva nalama types ukuthi, ukhanza ukuthi social media kulamalanga nje bebakhona ukhanza ukuthi badzinga i-donation of blood and all that, sime kuphi when it comes to mhlambe lithange lethu olubhange lethu lengadi evenda rangwane kuze ukuthi sitotfola that sense of urgency as Eswatini and find it right and important for us to donate for anyone. So it's an amazing day today, Tilu, on the show. I'm looking forward to those conversations that we'll be having today on the show. When was the last time you donated blood?
Oh my God, I'm not even gonna lie. I was in high school. I think I was in form 5. Solo ang donating. Stereotypes. If you have a tattoo and it's fresh, you can't donate blood. But I understand that it's very important to do. Yeah. And I must change that. I haven't donated.
And of course, speaking of changing that, today we'll be demystifying some of the myths and misconceptions around blood donation. So we'll find out today on the Golden Hour. Now Golden Hour. Eswatini TV Golden Hour hlelo. Siyabonga ukuthi sasa isikhathi sakho namhla uhlale ubukele. Ngalesibili siyafunza kakhulu. It's more an informative and educational, set or show, So make sure that liphepha lakho, libhuku lakho, ipen yakho livudane kuze kuthi ubhale all the key or important notes that you need to take today from our conversation. So we have an amazing day, an amazing show today on the Golden Hour. And of course, singaphodisi emaseko asibuke ukuthi umhlaba wonke namhla uthi lilanga lelithini sigubha ini lomuhla. Today is what is called celebration of the senses, right? Nasikhuluma ngama senses ke sikhuluma all the 5 senses. Lawa la sitako kuze kuthi sikhone ku detector, or react to stimuli, any form of stimuli or sound, or vibrations la lesiwatfolako mhlambe lafikako emitimbeni yethu. So all these senses are part or attached to our bodies. That's the sense of sight, of hearing, of touch, taste, and smell. Why should we celebrate senses? Without senses, we are nothing, right? Now asakhona nje kutaste ukudla ukuve ukuthi salty or not. Akusakusidi sekufuna bakutastele ukuthi lokudla lokhu sekuneliswayile elinengi longeke ulidzinge emtimbeni, but it's more about shining the light on the importance of nurturing our senses. Lokufaka ikhathi kudla sidle kahle nangabe sense of sight yakho nje uyati ukuthi kufuna udle kakhulu ukudla lokunabo vitamin A kuze kuthi kutokuvikela ekufende efana nabo anemia ke ngilokhu lokubanga ukuthi lesifo lesibanga ukuthi ungasakhoni kubona kahle bo night vision also nangabe nje lengadi sengasahambe kahle emtimbeni wakho kodwa khona njani kubona ngoba nayo iyadzingeka for your eyesight. So night vision is one of the most important things that we need to know and be aware of, side effects of not not eating healthily, you know. So sense of hearing also, kunabo noise pollution, let's stay clear of noise. Invetauba ngosema eardrums zethu sekalimala tsabuka one way or the other. Nangabe sense of touch yakho wena awusakhona ukufila anything, so the sensory neurons mhlambe etandleni takho akasakhona ukurelay-ka kahle ama-messages to your hands ukukutshela ukuthi hayi lokhu kuyashisa lokhu kuyabanza, you know. So but above everything, more than everything, let's protect our senses. Let's take good care of our senses. Let's take good care of our nose. Also, you know, we clean blockages awuseva mhlambe kunuka lokukhona in your surroundings. So that is what we're looking at today at the Golden Hour. As simple as that. Today is also what is called Upcycling Day, right?
Yes.
Upcycling, recycling.
Yes,
what is that about?
Yes, basically, it's I would equate to recycling. Basically, it's and you make it into something new. Ngisakhumbula masafunze primary besithatha emaphepha emaswidi siwagcobe ngematshe to make a mat. That is an example of upcycling. So today we are basically shining a light on the fact that some old materials are useful or can be useful in a home environment. So be it, you know, you are taking something such as, you know, skotela se Sprite, uyahlanyela lapha imbali yakho and you make it cute, or you can even paint it if you feel like you want it to have color, right? And of course, we usually upcycle a lot of things. So now you skotela samejerini seskaftini, skotela samejerini seslalayo, steel wool, timvotekeza teacher. So that is an example of upcycling. But in this instance, you're making it into something like that is sustainable. So upcycling has to do with taking old material. Labanye ke bayathatha nemasokisi bawajuba beticucu bakhona kwakhe amamethi bakhona kwakha tingubo, anything of that sort. So basically that is upcycling. It's basically a revamped word from just recycling. We know that recycling is very important. If you're buying bottled water, lesikotela leso siyakhona ku-recyclishwa siphinde futhi sisebenzele to provide water into our convenience store. So it's a very good practice to have. And if you're a person that has a lot of these things that you feel like you don't have a need for in the house, maybe it's time to change that and make it into something that is going to be a part of like decorating your home. Basically, that's what upcycling is about. And we are Africans, we know upcycling is very important. Your mayonnaise, that is an example of upcycling. So that's what we're looking at and touching base on today on the show.
Ice cream ufaka amabhontshisi.
Yeah, bofaka fridge.
I thought you were going for that, but at least
yes, definitely.
Okay, so that's upcycling, you know. That is what we're looking at today, the Golden Hour. And of course, without wasting any time, we have 2 interviews today on the show. Let's not waste any time. Let's take a break. Singenebu.
Dive into a thriving and diverse art scene. Simply follow our hosts in Artsy Africa.
Come with me.
6 African cities, so many voices. What attracted me was the large canvas for expression. These artists are reshaping how we see contemporary art. Artsy Africa.
Have a look.
The vibrant series on DW.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors. Your transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers. Clippers.
Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
You'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together.
When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
You need to show that new squeak in Mvule.
I hate this school!
It's your golden
Welcome back to the Golden Hour. Hashtag Umnanzek Baseka. It's good to be home. So today we're spicing things up. We want to start with our entertainment report as per our bumper. And the first person we want to talk about today is Abigail Gubega, right? So Abigail Gubega, South African renowned actress, so been in the industry for 68 years. And of course, she is to be honored in a concert. So the legendary singer and actor Abigail Gubega will be honored for 68 years in the entertainment industry. A concert in Gubega's honor will be hosted at the State Theatre in Pretoria in the first weekend of July, where Yvonne Chaka Chaka, Sipo Hot Sticks, Mabuse, and Kanyo Mapumulo, among others. Of course, 25 are expected to perform on the day. So the performing artists are said to have volunteered their time and talent to celebrate Gubega, whose voice, presence, and resilience has helped shape South Africans' cultural identity. So Mama Abigail Gubega is more than just a performer. She is a living archive of our nation's history, says Deputy Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Peace Mabe, in a statement. So Gubega was born in 1941 in Orlando East, Soweto's first formal township. She spent her teenage years, in Sophia Town, a bustling cultural hub at the time. So, however, her career started in 1957 when, at the age of 16, Miriam Makeba invited her to join the Sky Larks Ensemble, which at that time also comprised the legendary Letta Mbulu and Mary Rabotaba. So, this is the legend that we're talking about. This one was written by Bongosi Ndiwane. So, yeah, Bongosi says, Batam Onarisha, and I think that's such a great concept because we have these people that we've been watching. Nazkulmanga Abigail, we've seen her from the shows such as Generations, but little did we know that she was actually a songstress. So Bongosi says that she's going to be honored soon, the first week of July. And I think that's such a great concept to honor people that have been in the entertainment industry for quite some time. And of course, Nasinja, we need to honor people locally that have done exceptionally well when it comes to the entertainment scene. I'm sure there's a lot of legends that have been in the entertainment scene that we rarely talk about. So I think it's such a great concept, and maybe we can adopt it in Eswatini to celebrate Labamfulabo that have paved the way. When you look at when we used to watch TV back in the day, I want to be like her, I want to be on TV, and I think that's such a great concept and mindset to have.
At first, Bengabang was 68 years, but
No.
68 years in the industry.
Yeah.
And she's over 8 years
Yes.
old. Yo,
Yeah.
she's so old.
She is.
You know?
She is.
So pilili.
So pilili.
Yeah.
And I hope it's not one of those things. You know how South Africa so bamfuna in the spotlight like that. They say they struggle and they can't make ends meet. Maybe she's not one of those people because that would be unfortunate.
I pray so, because Manena Yvonne Chaka Chaka, there was a 60th birthday celebration. So many things happening out there. But yeah, on another story, as it is a Health Tuesday today, story less informative also, you know, the latest on technology in the medical space. So Florida doctor has performed his first ever transcontinental robotic telesurgery, right? What is that even, right? So his name is Fernando da Silva, who lives in Southern African nation of Angola. The client or patient's name was diagnosed with prostate cancer in March. So 3 months later, he underwent a procedure to cut out the cancer from a surgeon who has done tens of thousands of similar procedures, but the doctor performing the surgery was 7,000 miles away in Orlando, Florida, in the USA. So according to ABC's Milan Miller, Da Silva was the first patient of a groundbreaking human clinical trial approved by the US Food and Drug Administration to test transcontinental robotic telesurgery. So you know, if I'm in a different continent and the patient's at a different continent. So prostatectomy, a surgical procedure that removes part of the prostate, has more recently been done with a sophisticated robotic surgery system. So instead of scrubbing into the operating room, surgeons operate on patients via a multi-million-dollar robot with enhanced visuals and nimble controls. So using a robot allows for the procedure to be less invasive, more precise, and technically comes with a faster recovery time. So with surgeons, while surgeons are often near the patient when operating, Saj Patel and his team were eager to test whether the surgery could be done at long distance using fiber optic cables. So that's the story. Using technology at a distance, very far, 7,000 miles away from the patient, using a certain robot, to carry out that procedure. That's the latest, on, when it comes to medical technology. When they are telesurgery, whatever form of surgery, from very far away. So this is a groundbreaking story. Lo Dokotela say USA, and then the patient is in Angola. So interesting news.
We are usually scared. I'm usually scared of AI takeover, but in this instance, it's very useful if it comes to saving lives and speaking cancer. Cancer is very deadly, so I think it's quite a transformative era that we're living in.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you want to tell us about Orlando Pirates coach?
Okay, so for the Pirates fans or for the football fanatics, there's a new coach in town, right?
Yes.
So guess there speculations. Good see Rulani this, Rulani that. Yes. They were in talks with Pirates, team or management, about the possibility of him coaching this team. But there's a new coach, Abdeslam Udo. I hope I said it right?
Yeah.
It's the new Pirates coach. Southern African Football Club, Orlando Pirates, announced yesterday that they are appointing former Moroccan international player Abdeslam Odu as their new coach. So the South African club announced the free agent deal yesterday and said Udo will land in Johannesburg before the weekend to sign a one-year contract and lead pre-season from the 27th of June. So according to ESPN Africa, Leonard Solms, the 46-year-old, arrives in South Africa and brings a rich international background as a player. He won 68 caps for Morocco, that's his national team, and spent 11 seasons in Europe with clubs such as Reims, Olympiacos, and Fulham. So his coaching career started with short spells in Algeria with MC Ojda, 2 years guiding Benin's Loto Popo, a 9-month stint at DRC AS Vita club, and almost recently managing Marumo Gallants clear of relegation in South Africa. So Odu's first task is a Spanish training camp from the 8th to 20th of July this year, featuring friendlies from Bolton Wanderers, Pafos FC, Las Palmas, and Grenada as scheduled. The club reportedly hopes will sharpen a squad that finished runners-up last season. So the Moroccan's debut season will be judged on whether he can keep the Buccaneers competing on all fronts and perhaps at a first league title since year 2012. So there's so many aspirations, so many hopes and dreams, that come along. A new face, a brand new coach in a team. So September ukuthi utaqhubeka lapho agcine khona Ribeiro, iqhubeke iPirates yababe, iqhubeke iwine, sifisela lokuhle nebalandzeli ba iPirates. Kanti umlandzeli wami
weChiefs iwine kanye nje, that was enough for me. But nje up the bucks. Lipumle indeed. Lastly, on our entertainment stories, guys, Zakes Pandwini has graduated from Harvard. So the South African Grammy Award-winning artist, cultural entrepreneur, and visionary Zakes Pandwini has officially graduated from the prestigious Business of Entertainment, Media, and Sports Executive Education program at Harvard Business School. So this remarkable achievement cements his place among an elite circle of global leaders shaping the future of creative industries worldwide. So hosted at Harvard's historic campus in Boston, USA, the BEMS program is an intensive leadership experience designed for senior executives and trailblazers in entertainment, media, and sports. So the program draws icons, innovators, and CEOs from around the globe, offering cutting-edge insights from Harvard's distinguished faculty. And participants emerged equipped to lead cultural enterprises at the highest levels of influence. So from earning platinum plaques to winning international awards, Bandwini has consistently fused artistry with impact. His latest achievement at Harvard reinforces his mission to empower African creatives to take their rightful place on the world stage and to shape a future of global culture. This one was taken from Gagasi FM, and I think it's quite interesting that well, I didn't even know that he was enrolled there, right? So I think it's great. This shows that the world is your oyster. Now, we know them, you know, in the entertainment scene, but they have completed at Harvard Business School, which is, it's not really easy to get into Harvard, guys. So yeah, congratulations to him for his new accolade, I'll call it that, or certificate.
Yeah, congrats to him and so many other entertainers that are going to school.
Yes,
it's important, you know,
yes.
and yeah. Labanye bangena my recommendation letters,
True.
right?
You must know
big people in the industry, but yeah. So that's it for our entertainment report or news today in the Golden Hour. Let's take a breather. We'll be right back.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors.
Your transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers. Clippers.
Hussein, we are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
You'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together.
When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
You need to show that new squeak in Mvule.
I hate this school!
Fumanas. Asashone ma. Kude lo dawati thula la kamanyasa.
No!
Ngikuphela ukulizama ukubalekela. Ukuthi singumndeni simunye. Sivale kwazana sonke.
Yini lamanyana lawa wena? Uyaphila kahle la?
No!
Angeke uyimele le mpilo ufuna kuyisusa. Utawushaka kabuhlungu.
What the hell is going on? Don't touch me. What is she doing here?
Angicabanga sinicabanga sisile le nto le. Angesabi impi mina. The room is full of control. I need to talk to her. Sorry.
Ma, kokhula sitafuna sibonela sejubelinyana.
Hi, sweetie. Unjani?
I'm pissed.
Welcome back to the Golden Hour. Hashtag Mnanzekaya. It is good to be home. Sisem khathi nomnyaka 2025 but inzaba blood donation sikhuluma njalo sigcizelela njalo. Why is it so important for us to do that? Sibonile ke thina lesila ku social media ukuthi baningi kakhulu bantu evenda kangwane lokhanze ukuthi bashodelwa ingadi batsinga kudonatelwa ingadi kubangwa yini lokho. That makes me ask, you know, ukuthi libhange lethu lengadi yevenda kangwane limeku kuphi lime kanjani. Namhla ehlode golden hour sinenhlanhla lenhle ngekusitwa baka World Health Organization Eswatini ukuthi basilethele guest yethu letha sikhulumisa ngendzaba yobumcoka blood donation event la kangwane nokuthi what are some of the myths, siyakuva kunenge yakhulunywa lengaphandle nebangani bethu basitshela ungendi lokhu nawe uyodonate ufuna ungadli mhlambe ufuna wende lokhu nalokhu, but lunga ukhona lo mhlahlweni golden hour ngulunga wa kanjani njani long head of donor education and the department recruitment blood bank la eMbabane. So Lunga, good evening, welcome to the show. Kunjani?
Evening nokulunga. Evening nokuphila njani?
I'm fantastic. Sengiyamuka as always knock, right?
No problem.
Yes, but siyabonga kakhulu sinamhla utehlele golden hour sizokhuluma ngebumcoka blood donation. Ngubani umuntu lo eligible ukuthi adonate ingadi?
Okay. Asibonge sing blood bank kuthola leli thuba ukuthi sibe la sitophinze sikhuluma ngayenzabe kunikela ngengadi. I know ukuthi kulamalanga uva abantu bathi atingadi kude. Kuliqiniso to some degree. Leni ngoba ingadi kufanele ukuthi inikelwe ngumuntu. Ayakhiwa. Kude futhi silwane lokungayithatha kiso uyifake kumuntu. So sidinga ukuthi sivele kude umuntu. So kude ube eligible to give blood. You have to at least have 16 years.
Okay.
You have to at least weigh 45 kgs.
Okay. Okay.
You have to be of sober habits.
Okay.
Mawutanje kutonikela ngeke uthi yathi lamhla ngiyanatha kusasa ngiyonikela. You have to give it time ukuthi
unatha ke sikhuluma ngani alcohol.
Alcohol, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to give it a few days ukuthi kutophuma ku system before you can give blood.
Okay.
You need a few hours before you can give blood if you have smoked cigarettes.
Okay. Okay.
But things that ilkhuni like recreational drugs tinsango nani lokho kukwenda ube permanently ineligible lokho ukuthi awukhoni kunikela if you are using drugs netibulo njengetinsango.
Okay. Okay.
Kuthi ube ungilophilile.
Okay.
Masithi ke uphilile sisho ukuthi emtimbeni ude kugula lonako noma ngabe awulashelwa kona, but if you've got any illness that you are living with then you are not eligible to donate. Such that noma uma unomkhuhlane siyasicela ukuthi ima ucetse uphele emkhuhlaneni. If kune medication loniketwe yona for imalanga lathile icetse.
Okay.
Then uthi ungayicetha songahlala ke 3 to 5 days after you sebenzisile so that you are sure it is cleared from your bloodstream before you can come and give.
But ke ngiyasibona sibedlela sekunikela ingadi nisho kangakanani nangafika nje mina sesinesihlobo sami lesidzinga ingadi ngifike lapha ngithi hayi mina angiyibhemi insangu mhlambe ithana nithatha ingadi yami nifake esihlobeni sami nisho kangakanani ukuthi le information lengitayisho mina as a donator ingiyo.
Yes, issue nayo leyayivele kakhulu. Ngidawucala ngokuthi ngikubeke kube clear. What we are talking about good donator, which means it should be a gift from the heart.
Okay.
Ungeti kutosiyenga.
Okay.
Try to give something nawe longafuna ukuthi bakunikelele. Uthathe le situation utibeke kube nguwe lo sothinga lengadi.
Okay.
Would you like in ukuthi lengadi lento iletha banginikelele yona.
Okay. Okay.
That's why ematters ethu siwenda ngale la ngembili sicale sikubude because sifuna ube honest ekuthini utonikela.
Okay.
Uma utonikela ke sesibishite ukuthi ungabi nalokho. Sitayithatha yebo lengadi sitabe seyicwaninga ngale ngemuva. We'll do the test afterwards.
Which is why uva ukuthi mhlambe lenye igcine ingasebenziseki, right?
Yes, we do the test vele.
So now what are some of the risks that are associated with blood donation? Ngeke ngibani bese ba labanye bathi hayi bese ba culeka bayawa ngathi sesekwenteke nemtimbeni senginikele ingadi are there any side effects?
In terms of risks there is very, very low to no risk. Side effects, yes. You are giving blood. It's almost like you've bled, only that we are collecting the blood.
Yeah.
So we always encourage afterwards for you to take a rest, not to do any heavy lifting, not to engage in any sports, and drink a lot of fluids. Rest on the day that you've donated. The following day your body would have recovered sufficiently ukuthi songaqhubeka wende lokho lofuna kwenda. But on the day lekunikela so that ungatoti cancer so nalesiyeti noma sophethwe ngenhloko.
Okay.
Try ukuthi urest as much as possible and drink lots of fluids.
Okay. Okay. So senginikele ke ingadi or ngiyanikela ingadi, maybe it's now my culture or habit ngokuthi mhlambe after a particular certain period of time ngiyahamba nginikele ingadi. You know, what are the benefits of donating blood? Give me and the person obviously yena uthola ingadi uthola kuphila, but give me ke lenginikelako, what do I benefit?
The biggest benefit is that knowing that you've done something good.
Yes.
That is the first benefit. The second benefit is that the more you give blood, the more you're activating your red bone marrow to which approaches. So as we know that in your blood system, the red blood cells get replaced after 42 days.
Yes.
So the more nigel, so you are in a more healthier space.
Okay.
Because your red blood cells keep changing all the time.
Yeah, okay.
So
yeah.
in terms of being fit and every other way, it's a good thing.
Maybe besides the scientific reasons, you know, why we should donate blood, you know, emtimbeni wami nje, you know, sengiyiluzile lengadi, you know, hey, after how long do I recover from that? You know, because that's my concern.
In terms of recovering, it takes less than 24 hours.
Okay.
Yes, but in terms of replacing the actual blood cells, it takes a few weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There is what we call the hemoglobin. Before unigel, we take a drop.
Okay.
Usually, babe amazed because I should test HIV. No. So we check do you have enough blood? Is there enough hemoglobin in your system to give to the other person?
Okay.
Because you yourself needs to donate.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure that you are healthy enough to give.
Okay.
So in that way, gaksitana nawe kudati lokuthi ingadi yakho vele inganani before you can give.
Okay. Then now, how do you motivate us, you know, to be repeat blood donators, you know? Sibuye ngiyakhumbula nje mne high school basiniketa like snacks, you know, like biscuits, juice, drink, fizzy drinks and all that. So I'm set, right? But you know, for me as the general public, you know, how do you motivate me to come back for blood donation?
We still do have those biscuits and the drinks. I know it's some sort of motivation.
Yeah.
But you know, we give to replace the fluids that you've lost.
Oh, okay.
We give so that you can have a bit of glucose because you know you've lost a little bit of blood. But the greatest motivation, the CIC, listen, look outside. Here ukuthi bantu bakhala kanganani ngengadi. Lokho kuthi ingadi kude la singayakha khona simaswati.
Okay.
So uma ngabe uva umuntu wakhala ngengadi, kusho umele wena ukuthi ude utonikela.
Okay.
So we try to kukhumbuta wonke umuntu nalonikele ekuthenini sitawucela uma ngabe uyifemale, please come back after 4 months. Uma ngabe uyimale, please come back after 3 months.
Okay.
Uve lama stories. I'm sure lamhla khona nje ngamba namagezwane naye lota nestory sakhe ekuthenini mine ngeke ngayidzinga ingadi kwachama abantu banginikelela. That's the ways this now ekumotivate because asiku encourage ukuthi singakubhadala ukuthi unikele ingadi leni ngoba masasacala sakubhadala utabese ufuna kuto masoshayekile so ufuna kusiyenga ukuthi hayi wena u right ungakhona kunikela
so qamba nemanga futhi khona lapho
so as encourage vele lokuthi sikukhokhele.
Okay.
So it's rather the stories from the heart. Let's encourage how to keep coming back.
Nembeza, right? So now take us through, you know, maybe, you know, the cycle of blood donation up until the blood transfusion, you know, because umuntu utawubhala namhla social media kunesihlobo sami lesidinga ingadi ndiku urgent, you know, the process, you know, from me getting into the clinic, you know, donating that blood to it getting tested, gopochola ma laboratory, and then the transfusion, you know, take us, you know, briefly through that cycle.
Okay. What we do when you come in to give blood lamuhla, you can give blood noma ngabe uyinikela eksene noma uyinikela emini, but khona le period lefanele siyime before ingadi yakho singacala siyisebenzisa.
Okay.
One sendela ukuthi icala ikhulishe kahle so that uma sendela ama tests kube bede lokwecako.
Okay.
So we usually need ama temperatures la ehla ehlile than your body temperature. So icale ime.
Okay.
Bese ihamba ke sengena emshineni. So kule mishini yethu nakhona ithatha isikhathi. So ingadi lo inikelela muhla kungendeka ukuthi after sayitestile sesigulisekile ukuthi vele ikahle to give ukhanza sithi awuphuma maybe kusasa kubo after lunch. It is never into yenma awala mafisha. You cannot give it now and expect it ukuthi ibe seyiphumile. We have to run thorough tests to make sure ukuthi there is no mistake kuniketa ingadi leyengce kanti khona ama infections lebeseyinawo. We have to make sure that all infections are tested, everything langadini we are sure ukuthi quality wise it's good for everyone.
Then also, you know, what measures are there, you know, that are put in place to ensure my safety as, you know, a blood donor and the person that I'm donating my blood to? Mina nje ngiyafuna kuba safe esibhedlela, ngifuna ikhamba ngingasabuya esibhedlela ngenxa ukuthi ingadi yami sebayithethe sekunema side effects la khona, you know. What measures are there to ensure my safety and the recipient of my blood?
In ensuring your safety, the environment lesibakiyo, we have to make sure that you are comfortable to give blood. Siyakukhulumisa uto understand lokho ukuthi yini kahle kahle lo yendako when it comes to giving blood.
Okay.
And masocetsile, we always
so make sure.
Yes, we vele awunikeli nje uthi ungena ubunikela. Mawungena siqale sikhulumise uthi na uthi mawuvuma ukuthi ngiyanikela. U understand. Yes. So mawucetha siya encourage ukuthi uhlale unathi lesikuneta kona udle lesikuneta kona wendele ukuthi uma usukuma lapha ube so strong enough to maybe take like walk le mfisha lapho uya khona. We encourage you ukuthi ungagijimi. We encourage you ukuthi uma uva ngathi kunenkinga yima nomhlale phasi till udive so kahle to continue. But ke we are always open ngokuthi uma uva ngathi unenkinga uyabuya kithi sitobona ukuthi ngabe kwendekani. Then lengadi siyayitesta sende sure ukuthi is safe bese wena ngale lo tabang recipient yale ngadi nakhona siyayithatha le yakho sitoyicathanisa nale sikubita nge cross matching. Sende sure ukuthi le ngadi lele buya ngalana lenikelwe nguwe vele itawungena yini kimi le ngito yithola because ngidokhanza ukuthi lana ama blood groups akafani nana. So siyayithatha le ngadi siyicathane si cross match lo vele itawukhona kuhlangana angeke kunikete inkinga. So those are the safety measures that we have in place.
Okay, so Sisethembeni, right? Sisethembeni. What programs are there? Briefly nje sesivala la khona activities reaching out to us as the public, decentralization of such information, you know, what plans are put in place at the moment?
Okay. In terms of decentralization, we have a blood bank in Mbabane. Just below Mbabane Government Hospital. It is not a government hospital. It is just below. There's a gate yakhona. So uma wesaba kusibhedlela, don't worry ngala ngakithi uvela ungene blood bank awungena esibhedlela.
Alisabe futhi ligedelene.
No, lethu uhlale livulekile ngosama ukhanza sihledi lapha ngaphandle kusimemeta ukuthi biyanini lo donate. Yes, kamanzini singenda sikwaseposini just eceleni kwasemaphoyiseni. Bese kuba kukaHlatsi. KaHlatsi we've just opened a couple of years ago sisibhedlela ngekhathi ke khona uma wenyuka unyukela ngase OPD utalibona libhodi lelishoko lokuthi I blood bank ngakuphi bese ke siba nawo ama activities lesiwenda on a daily basis sihamba siye etikolweni uma kuvalwe itikolo sihamba semadolobheni sihamba siye etinkundleni la lapho khona kune activity whereby kungesiwe ama sports ukuthi abantu bayashukuma lapho ngikhanze kuhletiwe khona kuyafundziswa kumnanzi as long as kungesito tindzawo lapho khona ukhanza ukuthi kumbe sekunathwa tshwala noma sekuyabheka. We always avoid those places because sithi ingadi lesifunako yemuntu losopa, so we cannot then come to your party wena ngoba niyanatha. Tindzawo njengemasono gather health gatherings siyayisibe khona. Yes.
Okay. Sethemba ukuthi babukeli bevile namuhla siyadika ukuthi umkhankaso lona lochubekako ukuthi kusikhuthata ukuthi sinikele ingadi kuyasita, you know, kuyamsita nalo thula noma emukela leyo ngadi lunga siyabonga namhla ukuthi ube nathi ehlelo golden hour.
Siyabonga Eswatini TV, siyabonga babukele ekhaya kusineta lelithuba. Sethemba sitawuhle sibuya sitokhumbutana ngekunikela ngengadi.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That is our guest today on the Golden Hour, courtesy of the Ministry of the World Health Organization, Eswatini, Ulunga Waganjalinjali, ubuya lapha Blood Bank. He's head of Donor Education and Recruitment Department. Siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi namhla uhlale nawe ulalele bumcoka bekunikela ingadi, you know, and September ukuthi isikhathi siyaqhubeka sitakhona ukuthi sive futhi the state of our blood bank in the country nokuthi singababambisa kanjani. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
I know.
It's risky, but I've done it several times.
Guys, bafana bebola barong. Agiwa gakhona.
Machari yakhona basafaka snake okhobe babele.
But my friends can go to hell.
To this day, I've never seen that man.
You don't know him like I do. I know it's petty.
I don't know what it is, but I can jump.
Well, okay, yes, I've seen handcuffs where they were not supposed to be.
Eswatini TV has signed a code of conduct that is enforced by the Eswatini Communications Commission. We are committed to reporting news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that does not amount to hate speech or the description of gratuitous violence or explicit sex. For any complaints of our programming, please contact us on 2411-9600 or email info@eswatinitv.co.za. You can also contact the Eswatini Communications Commission on 2406-7000 or write a letter to ECCOM on PO Box 7811 Mbabane. Email address is info@ecom.org.sz.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors. Your transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers. Clippers.
Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
We'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together.
When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
You need to show that new squeak, the Mvule.
I hate this school!
Welcome back to the show on a Health Tuesday. We're just learning more about the importance of donating blood. And today in studio, we want to learn more from a person who has been a recipient of blood donation, right? So she's here today to tell us more about how her experience was. Basically, we're just here to get her testimonial, and her name is Miss Thobile Zwane. Sifuna kuva kabande-ke ukuthi kwamsida kanjani ukuthi kube khona bamfunjela baphalalayo and help her when it was a time of need in her life. Sawubona Miss Zwane, njani?
Hi, sister. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good too. And thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here and for honoring our invite. I think this is such a touchy subject, Njeyabo, because it is a part of your personal life. So the fact that you wanted to come and share it with me and the rest of our viewers is a beautiful thing. Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So can you tell us maybe a bit more about yourself before we get into it?
I'm Thobile.
Yes.
Nonjabulo Zwane. Home is in Hlati.
Okay.
Actually, I've got 3 homes.
Okay.
There's Hlati, there's Pasemti, Bankamanzi.
Okay.
And then my own home, Ehawane.
Ehawane.
Yes.
Okay.
I have 2 sons and a granddaughter and a daughter-in-law.
And a daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
So anyway, can you tell us more about, your story and how you got in a position whereby you needed blood, or you see that you seeked help basically from people, the general public. How has that shaped you, and can you tell us what the experience was like?
Okay. Thank you for that. So what made me need blood is I was involved in a car accident, near fatal, trapped there, and as I was trapped, I'm told, actually most of the stuff that I'm likely to discuss is what I was told had happened, because I actually was unconscious the whole time after the accident. So I was trapped there for a very, very long time. I'm told it's a good 45 plus minutes, bleeding to zero. So they say. I'm just going to keep saying that because I don't really have a recollection of what happened.
True.
All right, so I lost a lot of blood, and fortunately for me, I got to have blood readily available. Unlike today, where I learned that it's quite a difficult thing to source blood. So I was taken straight to, back in the day, it was Mkiwa Clinic, this is 2011. So that's where I was received and got assistance there, and I can't remember very well, or I don't really know how many or after how long was I then taken to South Africa. So I then had to transfer to Mediclinic in Nelspruit. Which, coming back to our topic, I'm actually very grateful that it's evident that akutsingeki ukuthi ube sekhaya to be able to receive blood. I was in South Africa. I was able to receive blood from that hospital. How they sourced it, I don't know. Actually, that brings me to a point of gratitude, more than anything, to say, even if you are far from home, you will be able to get help. And I actually, before I even get there, can I just emphasize that I'm really, really grateful to mainly paramedics, for them not to give up on me, because when I'm told the situation was really not promising, because most people, just from the sight, they felt I was gone. But they didn't give up on me, and making sure that they source everything to assist me, including the blood itself. And I, like I'm saying, I'm very, very grateful, because had it been now, when you read stories in social media and so on and so forth, you realize people sending messages for family members that are in a hospital, they can't get blood. For me, it was not a hassle at all. So I'm very, very grateful for that. So like I said, I went to South Africa. That's where I was treated. It was really a terrible time, I must say. And as they transfused blood, I'm told, I'll keep emphasizing that, I'm told they kept putting in pints and pints and pints, because it would just not
be sufficient.
It's exactly for the need at the time, which is actually really an honor to be able to get that much blood, So I'm here, I'm alive, because I received blood from noble donators. I would actually extend my greatest gratitude again to them as well, to say, that thought of kutsinje when you want to donate blood for somebody else, that for me is a lot. We really need to be grateful for that, because people can honestly just say, no, I can't. No, I don't want, And it's really an honor, and I'm really, really grateful for that. Yes.
Thank you for sharing your story. That is such an emotional story. And maybe because we've already touched on the emotions that you feel for the people that actually were kind enough to help you out. What message do you have maybe for like blood donors, not just the people that helped you out, but the people that actually take their time to help out people that are in need? Because oftentimes you don't feel the pinch until you're in that situation. Sometimes we overlook things because but there's people that are not in fortunate situations sometimes like us. So what message would you pass to people that actually take their time to donate blood?
Actually, I would say kudos to them.
Yeah.
You know, those people, I think they've got a big heart.
Yeah.
And I know, let me just share this. Before I was involved in the accident itself, I had been engaged in a blood donation group myself, you know.
Oh, that's nice.
I encouraged young kids, as a teacher myself, I encouraged young kids to form this club where they would then come together and donate blood. And the sole reason was to try and make them realize that they need to take really good care of themselves, because you cannot just donate blood if your blood is not, actually you can donate, but it may not be useful.
Yes.
So just to make them have responsible characters and behaviors, you encourage them. And like you asked that, what message do I have for these people that donate blood? I'm really, really grateful for them.
Yeah.
And I would actually wish to encourage them to carry on. I understand, I'm sure the blood bank people have given information to the fact that males can donate after so many months, and females can donate after so many months.
Yes.
If they could just stick with that, because it's so obvious there's a dire need for the blood, and especially the young ones, because you know it will actually help in character building as well, because you know that your blood has to save a life. If you are in an unbecoming behavior, most certainly your blood you may donate, but it may not be useful.
Yes,
so
definitely.
I would definitely encourage them to please keep doing it.
Yes.
As and when the time comes for them to do it again, because once you start, it's actually very good to keep doing it again and again.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but thank you so much for taking your time to be here today. You're such an inspiration. The fact that you can sit here and tell us what you went through is not so easy, because I feel like Bamfu, be it one way or the other, we all have maybe relatives who've been involved in a car accident, and I'm sure that it wasn't a pleasant experience for you, but we thank God for your life and for your testimonial today.
Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our amazing guest today on the show. Her name is Thobile Zwane. She was sharing her testimonial on blood donation. She's here today because there's people that actually took their time to think of her, and of course to think about the people that are in need, and they took their time to go and donate blood. So if you're thinking that, why haven't I donated blood? The best way you can answer that is just by going to donate. And we hope that this has been very insightful, because one day you never know, you might know someone that needs blood donation. So as donate in Maswatla Mahle and save lives. With that being said, we'll take a breather. We'll be right back.
It is important every now and then to check, am I still in the receiving hand of God, or am I in the receiving hand of the lies from the enemy?
Salvation is free because Christ paid for everything, and that's true. But discipleship will cost you everything.
Love each other as if your life depends on it.
As a canvas reflects the nature of a personality or an artist, so creation teaches us about who God is.
We are made great by becoming small. We are exalted when we're humble.
Welcome to Eswatini Lifestyle. This is your ultimate guide to the entertainment, to the lifestyle and the culture of Eswatini.
Eswatini Lifestyle.
Eswatini Lifestyle.
Eswatini Lifestyle.
From 6:30 to 7 p.m.
On Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswati.
On Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswati. are louder, the vibes are bigger, and the stars are shining brighter. This is The Beatdown, your ultimate music and entertainment fix. With me every Saturday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Eswatini television, Sibuko Semaswati.
Welcome back to the show. Sesiyaluphetha hlelo Golden Hour on a Health Tuesday by taking a look at what happened today in history. Ngemnyaka wa 2002 kwaba nengoti lematima kakhulu evenda seTanzania yabulala abantu labanengi 281 people bahamba emhlabeni bafa engotini yesitimela leyenteka ngemnyaka wa 2002. Then in 2019 what happened?
In 2019, so the reports of global warming being the fastest in 2,000 years and scientific consensus that humans are the cause. And of course, that is at 99% according to 3 major reports from journals in the publication titled Nature. So global warming is a thing, and apparently humans are the main reason for global warming. So we need to change that. We do have birthdays. 1986, Solange Knowles was born. Beyonce's sister, she is turning 39 years old today.
A year later, the GOAT, Lionel Messi, was born. He turns 38 today, right? Happy birthday to everyone.
him.
Yeah, boy. So Lionel Messi turns 38 today. And of course, happy birthday to every other person celebrating a birthday today in the Golden Hour City.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes, guys, and we hope that today's episode was very insightful for you guys. I think I was very touched by Toby Lezwana's story. Make sure that you go and donate blood. Make sure that you never stop learning from people's examples and their testimonials of just if you see a status update like ukuthi nje cela donate ingadi, make sure ukuthi uyahamba uyosita abantu labadinga ingadi.
Until tomorrow, same time, 5:30 p.m.
Good night.
Toodles.
I'm doing this for us, my girl. Journey into a world of innovation, inclusivity, and excellence at a globally recognized, future-focused institution. Surround yourself with success at Regent Business School. Be part of a supportive learning environment that empowers you to grow. Build on your dreams for your career, family, and community. Regent Business School. Disrupt, rethink, innovate.
The massive mid-year sale is here. Shop the biggest brands and save. Get the HP 15S Intel Core i5 laptop for only $10,999, save $1,000. Or this Skyward 55-inch UHD Google TV for only $7,499, save $2,000. Or this Hisense 264-liter fridge freezer for only $6,499, save $1,000. Price is valid until 1 July 2025. T's and C's apply. Hi-Fi Corp, your #1 deal destination.
and welcome back to Young Climber. We have returned with yet another inspirational story right here in the Kingdom of Eswatini. And today we are all the way in Mkhulamini. Yay, sihambile sahamba saze safika, continuing to explore farm life. And I know that we've been exploring farm life recently, but every story is unique. And delivering his unique story today, we are joined by Sive Smelane. Just about his farming life, and a very, very different one, because as you can see, there's rabbits behind me. Sive, welcome to Young Climber.
Yes, Nkosi Njani.
I'm very excited